Welcome, Piet. It's been a very busy year for us, busy year and a difficult year, because from emerging from a pandemic, then straight away we all experienced very geopolitical, difficult situations, and that impact everyone, not only IMCD. However, we're here to talk about IMCD and the successful results we had, which we released today. Can you please give us a little bit of insight what impacted and resulted to this performance?
Yeah, it has been a special year because of the tragedy in the Ukraine. We were faced with high inflation and consequently, of course, also a need of customers to stock up. That resulted in shortages, product shortages, which our teams needed to cope with. And they did an excellent job. And I think across the board, in all regions, let's say our results are the best ever. Let's say the way our teams are built, the way our teams reacted has been very, very strong.
And could you give us a little bit more what other factors impacted this? We've expanded, as you've said. We also have a sustainability agenda. Our business groups are bringing more and more innovation, with collaborating with our customers and our suppliers. What more do you think impacted this success?
What is very important, of course, in IMCD from the start is that we go into long-lasting partnerships with our suppliers, and of course we also try to do that with our customers. And I think the mutual trust, transparency that we have with our partners is very important also in situations where markets are more tight. You mentioned sustainability is of course an enormously important subject. The whole ESG subject is for IMCD a big priority. Sustainability consists, as far as we're concerned, on two elements. One is of course our own footprint as an organization, and secondly, how can we help our customers also to formulate with sustainable products. So yes, both elements all stick together.
Organic and M&A growth is part of our strategy. Could you expand a little bit more into the M&As that we've done in 2022 and where we're mostly focusing on?
Well, first of all, you mentioned organic growth, and before I go into the acquisitions, organic growth is very important for us, of course, because that is an evidence of the success of the business model. And last year we grew 20% organically, so that is a very important number. We did quite a lot of M&A in all regions with the emphasis on Asia, but also the Americas. That is part of our DNA. We will continue to do that. We will continue to be a consolidator in this industry.
Going back to partnership and the importance of collaborating with our customers, third-party providers who are important in our business model, and our suppliers. What other factors do you feel in that triangle of collaboration should we have been focusing on?
It's a puzzle where all the pieces fit together, and that is, as I said, partnerships with our suppliers. More in-depth collaboration with our customers in terms of formulation, and that means, of course, expansion of our technical know-how, our lab facilities, our ability to formulate is important. On ESG, more close to the communities that we work in. As you know, we have the IMCD Cares program that also is I would say, a great motivator for our own people, but also helping our communities. So I would say we are in the middle of society, playing our role to help formulate sustainable products in a profitable way, because in the end, of course, also results are very important for the continuity of our business.
You did mention IMCD Cares and sustainable solutions. I would like to stick on that topic a little bit. We recently launched some great initiatives in a different operating markets. IMCD Italy, for example, launched a SIM lab in an international school. A few weeks ago, we launched Futura Cientistas in Brazil. It's an initiative where we support young women who are interested in developing a career in science. So we're seeing as IMCD that we're going toward that route of carrying our communities and developing future generations in STEM. What does that mean for IMCD?
Well, I think science, of course, is key to solving the problems that we as a society at large are faced with. We can only solve these big topics in the world through science. And in that sense, we need scientists also as our own company. Society needs scientists. So I think it's a great subject for us to support. And then, of course, let's say the fact that we also support women in science is almost a double whammy, because half of the population is female, as you know, and it would be great if a larger part of that segment of society is also focused on science.
And does that have to do also with our culture as IMCD? I mean, our diversity agenda is all about gender equality. Do you feel that there's a connection there as well?
Absolutely, and diversity is, of course, it's a broad term. For us, it's not only about gender equality, which is, of course, a very important subject, but also diversity in the wider sense of the word, being a very international company, having people from all over the world, from different backgrounds. Males and females, and I think that's the strength of our business, and I strongly believe in that. I've learned this myself a lot from it, and I think for everybody it's good to be exposed to people that are not the same as they are. So in that sense, I think it's for the business good, it's for people good, it's fun. So I think for IMCD, it's the best way to go.
And a last question, more future vision of how do you see IMCD Group in the future as an established and a leading distributor, formulator, and a solutions provider in the years to come?
Looking back on my own history, of course, we started very small and we're getting bigger and bigger. And it's, of course, more, let's say, when you're smaller, you have more that drive to become bigger. I think the challenge for us will be, if you are big, that you stay lean, that you stay non-bureaucratic, that you give people freedom to operate. I think that's an assignment for the next generation, so to say. But if we can do that with, let's say, the input that you have from all over the world, then there's a great future for IMCD.
Thank you, Piet.